Heavy Hitters Patreon. So we just did an interview with Cowboy here. Basically just chopping it up about the old days, when we were running amok together and whatnot. Now, Cowboy's from a different clique than I am on the outside, and when we went, prison was prison. You know what I mean? It was still, you had to become a man real quick. And
back then, you could blast somebody and still keep your peace and use it on somebody else.
Right.
It doesn't have cameras everywhere now.
Everything's blasted with cameras now,
You can't get away with anything.
So, you're not getting away with nothing inside now.
Oh.
Or outside. Cameras everywhere outside.
Like Russia.
Right? So, or the UK. How did you get into your clique? I mean, obviously you just started, you started prospecting with them, running around, hanging out with them to begin with. I'm sure a time came once you wanted to put them.
There wasn't that many. There wasn't that many.
Of you guys?
Yeah, at the time.
No, at the time, because they were just starting to transfer over from Youth Authority.
Right. That's when it started, Youth Authority.
Yeah. So you guys are just transferring over, and you were making a name for yourself inside by being calipalos, total fuck ups. You know what I mean? Putting in lots of work.
Getting busy.
Yeah.
Anywhere, anytime. It didn't matter. In front of the cops, it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Right in the YC station if need be. Whatever.
I remember.
And we used to play chess with people.
My
brook jumped your brook.
I remember this one fool. He's from your guys' clique. This other guy had booked him, right? And he was in the lieutenant's office, and he didn't get him very good, And dude grabbed the piece from him and he goes, "That's not how you do it." And he ran in there while the dude's cuffed to the chair and
started blasting him.
Sergeant and just started blasting him. Right in front of the lieutenant. Everything. I wasn't there to witness it, but I heard the whole story. He just ran in there and just started blasting him. And that's how you had to get your letters back then. You had to put in some serious dirt, without mentioning where or who your potential victim may have been. You care to tell how you got your letters?
What happened?
Care to tell how you got your letters?
Well, at that time, there was I think there was like 3 of us.
On the yard, the same yard?
On the same yard.
All right.
So, if we heard any smut, it was we usually did it together.
Yeah.
There was only 3 of us.
All right.
One would have.
It's fun when you ain't the one.
Yeah. Well, one would have the strap.
All right.
And the other one or two would take off on dude, and then the other one would come up and zip, 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 and get on and try to get away with it.
Yeah.
And we were the ones. We were the ones doing it all.
Yeah.
We're doing it all, and then.
And like you said, back then there was no cameras, so you start an incident over there, get that fight being watched while this was getting.
This guy's getting booked in the corner.
Right.
Yep.
So
good. That's how we used to do it, but you can't do it like that no more. Now it's just like chaos.
Yeah, they're hip to everything we used to do, bro.
Yeah.
I know when we used to get busy, we were going to do something by the handball courts. Over by the weight pile, we'd have a little incident start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's to where
there's tension over there. Well, the cops are running over there. You're over here.
Over here making the serious moves.
Making your bones.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sort of went down a lot. Done quite a bit of shoe time too, right?
Yeah.
Ad sag, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same.
It's all the same. It's just one cell block. That's it.
They would only house you with your people too, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? They tried to get me. Where the hell was I? High Desert. They were putting in a Mexican guy. Yeah, because my last name.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but that used to work for me so much. Because when the woodpile would be locked down,
you still get to the store.
I go bang on the door, And I tell them, you better look at my bet card.
Yeah.
And they lock that door and I go to canteen.
Yeah.
But when it was the other way around, I tell them, you better go look at my C file.
Yeah.
And they let me out anyway.
Playing yo-yo on that one, huh?
I did it like that for quite a while and shit. And then they cut that out.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Lopez, white.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's it. You're done.
You know, I know your mom recently passed. Condolences on that, you know, but at least she got to see you finally become the man you were supposed to be, you know?
Yeah.
So, which is a good thing.
She was happy when she gone, when she left. I had all the grandkids there. It was around Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Got her all a bunch of balloons and flowers. And she was all wide awake and smiling, laughing and shit. Then the next day I went and saw her. She's a mouth open, staring at the ceiling, still alive, you know. And I just told her, you know, it's all right. You could go. You know, I didn't want to see her like that no more. I was with her for like a year while she's all, because I found her when she had the stroke.
Yeah.
And then I got the phone call like real early in the morning. It was my sister, and I knew my mom was gone because she don't get up that early.
Right.
Yeah. So I knew what was up. And my niece was on her way over there. I didn't want her to be by herself, you know. So I got over there, and then the paramedics or whatever, they came and got her and shit like that.
So you have a brother too, and he's
got 180 some years.
Yeah. So you were fortunate enough to be out with your mom, you know what I mean? Because by all rights, like I said, we should probably be doing that 180 some years too.
Yeah.
You know?
He went in for stealing a car.
Seriously?
Yeah. He went to the boys' ranch. That juvenile hall in San Fernando, where the giraffes, right by the giraffes, you know, you go down the freeway and you see that giraffe sticking over their head.
Yeah.
You know, that's juvenile hall. Okay. He went there and then went to some camp, took off and stole her mom's truck. You know, did Brody's all in the front yard in the grass. I don't know what he was thinking, but he was only like 13, 12. And then he went down to some hamburger stand in Burbank, Zips or something like that.
Right.
And some big kids took the truck from him. So then he calls her mom, and she goes and gets him and buys all these kids food that's there. And then she calls his PO, and the PO said, just bring him in. Everything will be all right. We'll release him to your custody and all that. That's not what happened. They sent him to Paso Robles to the YA.
Yeah.
And then they were telling him, hey, the blacks are going to rush you when you're asleep, you know? So he made a battery pack and jumped on one and got busy on him, you know? They put him in the hole. The black guy ended up going to medical to get surgery. He was fucked up. And then my brother went to YTS, and he blasted some guy. And they asked him, why'd you pull the knife out? He's all, because I wanted to stick him again. Who says that?
All right.
I'm trying to give him CPR. I'm trying to stop. I'm doing, you know, that's what I'm saying. Something like that. But so then they sent him to prison and just kept getting the shit.
So he's caught all this time from the age of 13?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's never been out. And then he was sending letters in to my mom. I need $150 sent to this address in Sacramento.
Yeah, dope did.
Yeah, well, he's saying to get some poems published. I know, I'm reading it. I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I know what happened. And but I ain't giving him up. Whatever. She has the money. She's gonna send it. She's gonna send it. Whatever. You know. And then she don't have the money. So like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, now he needs $300.
Yeah.
Because they doubled up on his ass. I know what he's going on. They doubled up on him. So and then the next letter, he's in the hole. He went out and whacked the dope man.
Here's your payment, huh?
Yeah, he had made himself a tomahawk and went out in there and fucking gave him a little zipper neck. So he's in the
Tomahawks
hole.
ain't nothing nice, boy.
No. So he's in the hole, and he's nutty. He's a nut.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, he's a nut. And they quit giving him his meds. And they put this Hishi in the cell with him. And he told the cops to get this guy out of my cell. And they didn't for like 3 days. And he killed his ass. Made it a mess too. 2.5 rolls of film just on the cell. He looked like, because there's a picture of him, he's standing there like this, and you see a hand here and a hand here. He's got cuffs, and there's blood all over him. Like he got the body and wringed out like a sponge on him. And they did a big old pentagram in blood on the wall in the cell. Yeah, they took 2.5 rolls of film just on that, on the cell. Yeah, he butchered his ass up. Then it was all in the paper, hate crime, gang hit, you know, all kinds. They were picketing outside Vacaville because it's happened in Vacaville.
Yeah.
And the guys that lived across the tier from him, they all told on him.
Because they could see.
They could see in the cell and saw what was happening. And when they did interviews, all those guys snitched. So, and I don't know why, because you're the only one in the cell
in there. Yeah. It's my situation too.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You're the only one there.
He committed suicide.
Yeah. And then hands tied against the back of the wall. Yeah. Wow. But but they got, like you said, they got all kinds of new programs out. You know, and the way it's all getting weird now. I seen some shit on a documentary. They have group meetings and shit, and then they flip out. The guys flip out. They start fighting, and the whole group holds them till they break down, and all kinds of weird shit. But my brother thinks he's got action to getting out in about 7 to 5 years.
75?
7 to 5.
Oh.
I mean, he's 40 something years old now.
Yeah.
You know, he's already got over 20 years in on this case.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't have he was classified as single cell. They should have never had that guy in the cell.
All right.
And then we find out that guy had a beef with a female cop.
That's why they put him in there.
That's why they put him in there, to set his ass up.
Yeah. They're famous for that.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, they housed me with an Italian one time, and dude stunk so bad. After he took a bird bath, he still stunk, bro. And I was like, you know, this ain't gonna work, you know.
Hey, I'm in Chino, and they bring this guy with purple hair in my cell. I got to go to a medical ducket. I come back. There's a turd on my floor in the middle of my cell.
Oh, no.
Oh, I flipped out and snatched him by his purple hair, and he touched every inch of that place. And I threw him out on the tier. Oh, man, I flipped out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This guy took a shit on my fucking floor. Hey, you get some weird characters.
You get some weird characters, man.
Hey, like in the ad segs, you don't need a TV. You got entertainment all day long. And there was this black guy. They called him Rambo. Little black guy, kind of a little yoked up black guy, right? Shaped nut. And this paisa. And the paisa was like underneath me so I could hear him through the vent. And he's all, hey, Rambo, you gonna send me back those soups, Rambo? So the cops bring him a bag, you know, and he thinks it's a soups. It's a bag of shit. he goes off. Who sent me a bag of shit? It was you, Rambo. It was you, I know. That's why you're a PC. Started talking. Hey, for days, he was on this guy. Oh, man. It was hilarious.
So what, upstairs was PCs and downstairs was shoe, or what?
No, upstairs was active.
Okay.
Downstairs, not.
All right.
Yeah, that's like the graveyard downstairs.
Right.
'Cause you're not supposed to talk to none of those guys.
Yeah,
And but there was this guy shit kicker, fucking and he was signing to Ram or to the Paisa, and he's I guess the light was bouncing off the plexiglass at the cell, you know, and I hear I hear the Paisa downstairs. I can't see you either. He just read, I can't see you. But he said, I can't see you either. Well, you just read what he signed to you.
yeah.
So, oh, and then,
Comical, huh?
oh, yeah. I had this one guy underneath me. They called him Little Charlie, like Manson.
Yeah.
Because he looked like it, but real small, smaller than the fucking weirdo. Right? And I used to hear him screaming, get off my bed. He's by himself.
Yeah, he's by himself.
So, you know how we used to make arrows on a string?
Yeah.
And shoot them out the door? I make real heavy ones and shoot that hella far. And then I pull all the slack and yank it, and it hit his door. Bang!
Just fucking what you do.
I do it over and over. Bang! And then you hear him, wow, screaming.
Crazy. Yeah, it's a jungle back there for sure. Yeah. They're
guys used to talk shit. We go to yard and we come back out, and all the guys downstairs would be talking shit. Just talking shit to us. Oh man. But the Paisa, he knew the whole roll call. When we come walking back from yard, he's a shit kicker. Or he'd call all our names, right? And he'd get the shit kicker, and shit kicker quit signing to him. So he's pissed. So he was talking shit to him. Shit kicker, hey, fuck you.
crazy.
Oh man.
So I mean, we can laugh about it now, but there was nothing funny about it then, huh?
Well, it wasn't for me. They weren't doing nothing to me, you know. But I remember some shicey moves, man. I remember we were in Wasco or Delano, and over some tobacco, man. Over tobacco. This guy from Bakersfield, you might know him.
Don't say his name.
Huh?
Yeah, don't say his name. Anyway.
Okay. They came in with some tobacco, and him and his celly, they're both from Bakersfield, and you know, shot at everybody a cigarette or so, and then they kept their, you know, broke it off. Well, there was a bulldog underneath them, and he had a light, and we keep seeing this line going underneath on the bottom tier of what you're not supposed to do anyway. You're not supposed to be fishing or talking to these guys.
Yeah.
You see the wick come up. So it became a big thing.
Yeah.
Real fast. So,
major violation.
yeah, so dude's in trouble. You know, he and we're out on the yard. We do our routine, you know, because we got 2 cages, you know, because it's like 2 separate yards. There's actually 3, you know, but then we got the 2 yards because there's so many of us, and we're doing our routine, and I'm trying to keep his celly away from all this that's going to happen, right? And so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him. He's in one yard and I'm on the other, but we're away from the commotion because the other guy's on the other yard, and the guy who's calling the shot is on our yard, right? So the guy who's gonna do it can't get the fucking tomahawk out of his ass. He's in the shower, and I'm watching him as I'm talking to this guy, wrenching, trying to get it. He squats to the fucking. He's on the curb, and he finally gets it out. And then the guy who's gonna get blasted because he has a feeling, right? Because we're talking.
Yeah.
Fence. Well, a couple of guys are talking to him through the fence. I got his celly occupied, so he don't get involved because he's supposed to go home like real soon. We don't want him in no shit. And the guy goes, you know what? If you're gonna whack me, just whack me. And at that time, the guy finally got the tomahawk out, and he tippy toes across the yard and comes in and whacks him, and hits him across the neck, and then draws down, and it was perfect because the tower cop, there was this big fat broad walking across the catwalk with big gulps. And she was giving the tower cop a big gulp, and she was blocking the door when it all went down.
So
But it's
now
all on camera, so it really don't make a shit,
right.
for the case. But for the time, you had all kinds of time.
Right.
He squares off, dude's holding his neck, and he starts taking off on him. Then the cop tries to get around this big old beast bitch, and we're yelling, block, 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 because all he has is a block gun. So he pops a couple of blocks, and dude's still on him. It's all then crack, crack. We're all Minnie, everybody down.
Everybody down, yeah.
And dude's laying there, and all the cops come in, and he's holding his neck, and he looks up. I think I need some assistance.
Getting ready to fade out, huh?
I shouldn't laugh, man, because it's over a fucking some tobacco.
Over a light.
Yeah.
Light.
Well, we're fishing with the wrong guys too.
Right,
There was a whole lot of shit, but it was all. Now you think about it, it's all stupid shit.
Stupid shit, huh?
Yeah, dude got his neck opened up.
Hey, listen, I got to go to the doctor's, but we'll do some more interviewing later on. You know what I mean? This part of it won't be seen on YouTube, just the other part.
Yeah.
I'll break you up into 2 parts, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, Doug.
I hope everything goes well at the doctor.
All right, love and respect, Doug.
Love you, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.